the little kid will go, Wally, better than I can do it. Probably my favorite film was The Adventures of Robin Hood, 1938. As a child, I loved the character, the hero Robin Hood, but a sound in that movie, the arrows that they fired in the film, had a very special sound. And I went outside with my little bow and arrow and tried to make that sound, but it didn't sound anything like it. And it made me wonder, why was the sound in movies so much more interesting than they were in real life? And it was from that film that I learned that sound can amplify and give character to objects in a film beyond everyday natural experiences, that all sound effects can be like music in that they affect you emotionally if they're well chosen, even something like that.
Very good.
The Tarzan series, when I was a child, I loved those movies. And then also Fantasia, the Disney musical film from 1940, which I saw as a little child, and it showed me the magic of how imagery went together with music. And the two combined in a film became something greater than just the sum of its parts. It got me very interested in how sound affected your emotions along with visuals. 2001, A Space Odyssey had a huge effect on me because of its fantastic visual effects and its going into space. It was a minimalist soundtrack. That is, there was not a lot of noise in the film, not a lot of things going on at once, but a very quiet movie, a lot of silence. And with silence, you have all the suspense. It taught me that you didn't have to be loud or busy with sound in order to have an effect on heart and mind. Sound design is not just getting a recording with one microphone near the camera. It's putting sound in a film to create a certain illusion, complete the magic. Good sound design is invisible, that the person in the audience is not thinking about the fact that someone made sounds and worked hard to create details. If you do your job right, the person just assumes it's natural. So that's the magic trick. At dinner parties, and if it's people I don't know, they always ask me about two things: either the lightsaber, how did you do the lightsaber? Or they ask about that crazy trivia question, the Wilhelm scream. It was a joke I put in a film. It was an old recording from 1950 in the oldest westerns made in the United States. I heard it in many films as a child, and so when I got a copy of it, I started putting it in my own student film first, and then later in the first Star Wars movie, and nobody noticed. I could just look at it and kind of chuckle. And it wasn't until the internet came along that suddenly the fans picked up on this, and then it never escaped me. You know, it's a joke gone crazy. Wally, it's interesting. I spent a lot of time creating the voice of Wally. It starts with my own voice, and then after I've done some recordings, I change it electronically with a synthesizer program. But the funny thing is that after all that trouble, frequently someone will approach me, a mom with a 5-year-old child, and the mother will say, do Wally for Ben. And the little kid will go, Wally, better than I can do it. You know, so 5-year-old girls can do Wally better than I can. It shows you the power of the human voice to imitate. After all that trouble, I could have just gotten a 5-year-old girl.